I just watched The Last Bench, Arjun Gaikwad. Let me take you there. The film opens in silence. A huge futuristic university fills the screen, glass towers glowing like a coliseum. The camera sweeps inside, across rows of students laughing but with eyes like fire. Right away you feel it. This boy doesn't belong here. He's mocked for his clothes, ignored for his accent. But he sees what others don't. Professors taking bribes, rich kids buying grades, corporations twisting the very soul of education. And then it happens. A poor student is expelled for something he didn't do. Arjun whispers under his breath, "If we are silent, corruption graduates with honors." That line hit me in the gut. The whole theater went silent. As the story builds, Arjun starts asking questions no one dares to ask. He gets laughed at, pushed aside, but his words sting. They're too sharp to ignore. And that's when two people step into his life. Professor Evelyn Hart, who sees in him the courage she lost years ago, and Ria Sen, a fiery student journalist who tells him, "Your questions are swords. Let the world hear them." Together they spark something bigger, a secret movement called the Forum. And suddenly the screen explodes with energy. Montages of Arjun's speeches going viral, protests erupting across campuses, students chanting his name. I swear my skin tingled when the chant first roared, "Arjun, Arjun." But every hero meets his trial. Damien Cross, the cold, steel-eyed CEO funding the university, strikes back. He humiliates Arjun in front of thousands at convocation. And that's when the film gives you its gladiator moment. Arjun doesn't break, he doesn't bow. He raises his voice and delivers a speech so raw, so powerful, the entire hall shakes. "You train us to be slaves, not leaders. But truth does not bow to money. It never has. It never will." The students erupt. The chant grows louder, unstoppable. It felt like watching a revolution start inside a theater. Then came the climax, the global summit. Damien Cross stands like an emperor, declaring education is business, students are products. And then Arjun steps forward, alone, calm, fearless. The duel begins, not with swords, but with words. Every truth he speaks feels like a strike. When Damien sneers, "The world runs on power and money," Arjun roars back, "No, the world survives on knowledge and justice. Empires of greed collapse, but truth outlives them all." I had goosebumps. Everyone in the theater did. The students on screen storm the stage. Banners fall. Damien is destroyed, not by violence, but by truth. And then, the ending. Arjun is asked to lead, to take power, but he refuses. He smiles quietly, humbly, and says, "I did not fight to rule. I fought to remind the world, knowledge is freedom, not business." The final shot broke me. Arjun is back in his village, chalk in hand, teaching barefoot children under a tree. The camera pans to the sky, golden and endless. The last words echo, "Every age needs a gladiator." Today, it was Arjun Gaikwad. Tomorrow, it could be you. Walking out, I felt the same way I did after watching Gladiator or Dead Poets Society, shaken, inspired, alive. It wasn't just a film, it was a mirror. It was a call to fight, not with violence, but with courage, with truth. That was The Last Bench, Arjun Gaikwad. And I swear, if the Academy ever saw it, they'd have no choice but to stand up and clap. Here are the top 20 great lessons the movie leaves behind. 20 great lessons from Arjun Gaikwad, The Last Revolution. 1. One voice can ignite 1,000. Arjun showed that change always starts with one courageous individual. 2. Education is not a privilege, it is a right. Universities must serve all, not just the wealthy and powerful. 3. Corruption dies in the light of truth. When someone dares to expose malpractice, the system starts shaking. 4. Never accept inequality as normal. Injustice in education, jobs, or opportunities should always be challenged. 5. Fear is the weapon of the corrupt. Once you overcome fear, you disarm them. 6. Leadership is not about power, it's about service. Arjun led not with authority, but with values. 7. The pen and the mind can be sharper than any sword. Students holding placards and ideas were mightier than security forces. 8. Unity breaks the chain. 10. History remembers the rebels of conscience. Like Spartacus or Gladiator, Arjun too became a symbol. 11. Silence is the ally of corruption. If you see wrong and say nothing, you help the wrong grow. 12. Every revolution begins in classrooms and hearts. Ideas are the seeds of social change. 13. Equality is not charity, it's justice. No one should have to beg for fair treatment. 14. Sacrifice inspires generations. Arjun risked his career and life, but he awakened millions. 15. Change is costly, but apathy is deadly. Ignoring corruption only worsens the future. 16. Courage spreads like wildfire. One brave act inspires countless others to stand tall. 17. True heroes don't seek fame. Arjun never wanted to be a star. He wanted fairness. 18. Hope is stronger than oppression. No matter how dark, people will rally around hope. 19. The fight for justice is eternal. Every generation must guard it. 20. Human values are greater than systems. Any education or company without humanity collapses eventually. Walking out of the theater, you don't just feel like you saw a movie, you feel like you lived a revolution. Arjun Gaikwad becomes not just a character, but a mirror asking every viewer, will you stay silent, or will you rise against the wrong in your world?